Everybody, Dr. Graeme Close.
Okay, thank you very much for having me here. In keeping with the Disrupt HR theme, my disruptive contribution is I know absolutely nothing about HR. But what I'm here to speak about is something I hopefully know a little bit about, which is exercise and health. And over the last few years, I've become really interested in trying to quash this myth that there's a single best diet. So as Chris said, I'm based at Liverpool John Moores University, where I'm currently an exercise scientist and a consultant to the England rugby team. And over the last few years, I've become to realise that a lot of the things that we try and teach the very fittest of the fit have direct translational application to the corporate world, and probably nothing more so than the huge increase that we're now seeing in obesity. And even you can see the statistic there that around about 41% of workers can gain up to 14 pounds in the first year at work. So actually it's not just the office world that is involved in this. The office world might actually be causing a lot of what we're seeing. And what you might even be aware of is you go to a dinner party and you'll have a friend who's seen the light, they've maybe tried a diet, they're now evangelical about this diet, they have found the best diet. And what I want to talk to you is that all diets have 4 phases. It's the 4 phases of the fad diet that ultimately lead to failure. And what I want to tell you today is the secret to actually getting on a diet that will help you in your health, wealth and happiness. Well, maybe not wealth, but we'll give it a go anyway. Okay, so phase 1 is really important, and I call it the energy restriction phase. And all diets, no matter which one you look at, will start off with this phase. They're incredibly difficult to do. So because of that, you ultimately restrict energy. And think it through. I'm sure you've seen Atkins, where you're not allowed to eat carbohydrate. You've seen paleo, where all you can eat is what caveman did, which again is nuts, seeds, a bit of meat and some veg. And then all the way down to a cabbage soup diet. And I don't think it takes a genius to realise is all you eat is cabbage soup, you're going to energy restrict and you're going to lose weight. The secret to all these is they all must have some science, whether it's made up or real. Generally told by somebody in a white coat. And I'm going to introduce you to my diet. It's called the 222. So it's called the 222 because you can only eat twice a day. You've got to chew your food 20 times. And you've only got 2 minutes to eat your food because you don't store fat in the first 2 minutes of eating. That's crap, by the way, but it sounds good, doesn't it? And because of that, it can become popular. They generally have somebody on stage, maybe topless. I couldn't afford anyone, so I had to use myself. And it leads us nicely into phase 2, which is called the celebrity endorsement phase. And this is really important. It's generally reality TV, it's always reality TV stars because we need some money. And they want to put their name to a diet. And you see magazines like this saying, wow, this is how much weight I lost on this diet. And then what happens is become popular. And this is the start of the failure. So then you'll see that all these ones like the 5-2, the Atkins, the paleo, and everybody starts talking about it. And the more popular you get, the more people talk about it, which leads us into phase 3, I can make some money phase. And everybody wants a piece of this phase. This is where the whole world think we can actually commercialize this, get a few quid for ourselves, and see how much money we can make. This is when it starts to go wrong. It normally starts with a book. I'm sure you can go into any bookshop and you'll see hundreds of diet books these days. There's thousands on the paleo diet, all of which are showing you how can you stick to this magical diet, and if you stick to these rules, you will lose as much weight as you want. This is where it goes wrong when the supermarket gets hold of it. So now you go into the supermarket and you can buy Atkins biscuits. You can buy paleo ice cream, because we all know that caveman, when he'd hunted his saber-toothed tiger, ate some paleo ice cream. We all know it. And then even when you go to Christmas Day now, you can actually go and get a low-carbohydrate Christmas Day menu in most restaurants. Now what's happening, it's not hard anymore. You've got unlimited choices again, and it leads us into the final phase. And the final phase is where it fails, you're not restricting energy anymore, and you're back to where you started. And in fact, you can even be worse from where you started, because now you've got an unlimited supply of these paleo biscuits, but the diet tells you can eat as many as you want because they don't have carbs. And you get through all that phase, and then eventually it goes full circle. The diet loses credibility. People like myself tell you, I told you so. Another celebrity comes along who's found another way to do it, and the whole circle starts again, and the next best thing comes along. So I started off by asking, is there a single best diet? And you'll be glad to know, yes, there is. And I'm going to tell you what it is now. This is the only proven way that if you want to get healthier, but get in shape, it will work. And this is a secret. There is no secret. The only diet that will work for you is a lifestyle change. what's happened in your life is that because of convenience foods, we're eating more and more and more. And because of our working lives, we're doing less and less and less. But everybody's looking for a magic bullet. I'm here to tell you there is no magic bullet. Go back to what our parents told us about eating: the fresh meat, fish, fresh vegetables. Pick up the exercise, particularly during the day. Get off your backside. Please don't sit in your office all day doing nothing, and you'll see a massive improvement in your health and happiness in no time. Thank you very much.